Why do men lie? Why do fools fall in love? Guys, I got to tell you something. Prison, jail, getting arrested has a strong way of having the truth come out. Not sure if y'all have tried the Starburst Ice. Pretty good. They don't sponsor me. I should be so lucky. But the thing is, folks, we see a lot of lies, and sometimes when they got to do a cavity search on you and they got to measure you and all that, there's no lie in there. You don't have anything. You don't have your dignity. You don't even have your shoes. And that is a very important detail. You don't have your shoes. Because a lot of these guys, I know we don't want to believe it, because we don't want to believe that our heroes have purses or heels or whatever like that, you know. At least I don't. And I used to watch a show called Dog the Bounty Hunter. I used to watch Dog and his wife Beth and his gorgeous daughter Lisa and Waylon, I think was the other one. Waylon, right? I think so. And then the chubby brother whose name no one remembers, and then some of the other lesser members of the trailer park community from their family, and they would go out on the road and they would catch bad guys. And you know, Dog has kind of like that bodybuilder look, sort of kind of, and the long hair, kind of like maybe ripping off Lorenzo Lamas in The Renegade. I don't know. And then kind of like that white trash kind of complexion, you know, that's just, and then, and towering. I mean, most of the people that he would come across, he would look down at. Now, he wasn't as towering as me. You know, I'm 6'6". I'm the Iron Duke. But he was still pretty tall. He claimed 6'1". 6 feet, but 6'1". You know, 6 feet, but closer to 6'1". I believe that's what he would claim. Well, he got arrested when Dog and the crew decided to go south of the border to catch Andrew Luster, because they figured that Andrew Luster was evading the federales and maybe had some of them paid off. I don't know. And just didn't think that they were going to, because they knew where he was. They triangulated his GPS. And that's geographic positioning system, for those of you not aware of what GPS means. And they actually had a sponsor, GPS Photography. Isn't that wild? But the point is that they didn't think that the Mexicans were going to use the intel properly. In fact, maybe some of them thought they were going to tip off Andrew Luster. So they decided they would just cross the border and get him himself. Problem is, they got arrested. And when they got arrested, a lot of little details came out, seemingly inconsequential details. I mean, everybody was concerned about Dog and his family. He looked emaciated. You know, a lot of his makeup was gone, so he really was sporting that trailer park, you know, leak in the back kind of look. And you know, he just looked like he was out of it. You know, he looked like he was out of it, and you know, he looked like you know, his parents would be very worried. So you know, everybody's worried about that. Is he eating? You know, does he have access to medical care and all that? And anyways, I read in one of these articles, and it says Wayne Chapman or Dustin, whatever his name is, and it says 5'8", and I said, what? This man is 6'1". Then I see another article, 5'8", and I'm like, what? And it's just hilarious. And I think it's 5'8". I hope it's not 5'6". Nothing against you guys out there that are 5'6", but it's less than 5'8". And you know, for a guy claiming closer to 6'1", 5'8" sounds like less of a lie than 5'6". Whatever the case may be, Dog later had to admit that, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. He wears shoes that have lifts in them, 4-inch, 5-inch lifts. He's basically wearing high heels. And, you know, a lot of people stopped watching him after that, because people don't want to watch a short man, you know, cashing out bounties and going after these people. They want to see a tall man. I don't know. I don't make the rules, but he lost a lot of viewers because of that. And also, Beth passed away tragically, and she was just a huge part of the show. And then I think Lisa married off, and they put one of their uglier relatives in there in place of her. I mean, they did a lot of mistakes, but the point is that, you know, it was a huge letdown. And that's why I think Eric Konevsky walks around with a scale and a measuring tape, because some people aren't going to lie to you about their weight, about being gigantic and huge, as Craig Elias would say in that exact tone. They lie about their height. And that you see a lot of in the bodybuilding industry too, because a lot of people don't want to be a little man. You know what I mean? Hey, little guy. So, part of the star physique and the bling and the bang and all that other stuff is the height. So, we move over to Wes Watson. Now, I would not compare Wes Watson to Dog the Bounty Hunter by any stretch of the imagination, you know, except maybe they share some common denominators like being white trash and not being able to speak properly. But besides that, there's not a lot in common there, you know what I mean? And, well, it came out that Wes Watson's not 6 feet tall. I got into it with so many people that were arguing with me when that CVS video or Walgreens video came out. I said, guys, he's barely clearing the railing. That's the railing that little old ladies, you know, use to walk up. You know what I mean? Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's just a camera angle. He's 6 feet tall. He's 5'8". And it sent shockwaves throughout the bodybuilding community of northwestern Palm Beach County. People were up in arms. They couldn't believe it. I'm telling you, the GNCs, the Vitamin Worlds, you know, the vitamin shops, the sports nutrition section at Walmart. I mean, I'm not kidding. And people were up in arms. They were like, what? Exactly. Just like with Dog the Bounty Hunter. You know, it's deception. You know what I mean? And you know how it would feel to meet your star and he would be small? I mean, little, compact, you know, minuscule. It's just, look, 5'8" Wes Watson is what? I mean, who wants to be that? You know what I mean? I didn't want to be Wes Watson to begin with. I wanted to be Christian Duke. And I have been Christian Duke successfully since 1943. But the bottom line, my friends, is that he lied. And whether you're lying like the Liver King or you're lying like Wes Watson, it's going to come up to you. Well, it's not going to come up to you because you're not tall enough, but it's going to reach you. So I got to tell you something. And don't get short with me, because I'm just trying to tell you here. He may not be that tall, but he's still a man. Is he not still a man? No, actually he's not, because he beat a special needs man 4-on-1. But listen, folks. Dog bounced back. He's on a third-rate cable channel now, I think, and he even remarried too after just, I think he was really out. He's lost there for a good 4 or 5 months. And then he, and that was a dig, by the way. How dare you get married so soon after Beth? But anyways, who cares? Yeah, Wes Watson's a midget. You will never be able to sell those programs again. It just won't happen. Nobody's going to buy them from you, Wes. You're 5'8", bro. You're not tall. You're not noticeable. You're just like everybody else. Wes.